That's unfortunate. That stuff on the side of that cucumber means there's a worm in there. And it's upsetting because that was the first cucumber. And it looks like it's going to be a really good cucumber. A really good cucumber. There are a couple of other cucumbers growing already. Like there's one over here. This one right here is pretty big, but this one is like going to be ready in a couple of days. I mean, I'm still gonna pick it, and probably still going to be edible, but there's probably a worm in there somewhere. Still harvesting okra. Got 6 pretty nice okra. I've been letting them get a little bigger than I did earlier in the season. I don't know why. I just ham. I mean, they're still totally fine. When they get kind of big, they can get a little hard, a little woody, but I mean, you can still cut them up and cook them, I think, so it's not really that big of a deal. I do want to plant onions today, and probably more carrots and cabbage and lettuce as well, because the ones in the beds over here just aren't really growing. So I'm going to probably mix up some of the compost with some potting soil, and maybe even some of the soil from this bed back here. Mix that up. And I also got some perlite and some vermiculite. I'm probably going to put some perlite in as well, just to help the aeration in the potting mix that I'm going to make, and hope that that works. I have no idea if it will. I just know that I have potting soil. I don't love the potting soil that I have, so I'm going to try to enhance it and see what happens. Other than that, I actually grabbed some bamboo that a neighbor had cut out of their backyard, and they just had it on the side of their yard, because our disposal company will come and get stuff like that, and basically we just asked if we could have it, and so it's sitting over here, and it still has all the little limbs and branches on it, so I need to cut off all the limbs and branches, and then should get down to just the bamboo itself. I just wanted it just to have, because I'm certain that I'll be able to use it either as a stake or as to help make a trellis or something. I'm certain that I can use bamboo. Bamboo is, I would actually like to have some bamboo growing, but it's literally the fastest growing plant in the world, and it just can take over a whole area pretty quickly if you don't really stay on top of it. So if I can just get it from people for free or whatever, that would be ideal. But yeah, so I have some bamboo. I need to get that out of the yard because it's going to kill the grass. I could just pull it onto the wood chips, of course, but I don't know. I kind of want to take care of that today too. So plant stuff and then take care of that bamboo, and then check the compost, of course. I know it's already hot, so if I have time, I might turn it as well. And the spiderweb is here yet again for the 6th or 7th day in a row. Interestingly though, yesterday I think, it was there in the morning. I didn't knock it down. I came back later to go back behind the fence, and it was gone. So I thought the spider took it down itself. I don't know how else it could have happened. But it's there now again, so I gotta knock it down again so I can get back to the compost. Well, no surprises there that compost heap number 2 is over 160, so it needs to be turned again. I put it back in on Saturday. I took it out on Friday, put it back in on Saturday. So it's been 2 days since it was last moved. Compost heap number 1. I flipped it Saturday as well. And it's still over 100 degrees in the center. I don't exactly know if that means I shouldn't use it, but I'm assuming there's some minerals and stuff in there that is accessible to plants, so I'm probably just going to use it. And if the seeds don't germinate, then we'll know that it was probably my compost that inhibited them. So I've been for about 15 minutes in a war with this little worm, or whatever it is, inside of this cucumber. And I won the war. He finally came out enough of his hole that I grabbed him with a pair of pliers and pulled him out. It's not that I wanted to kill him, but listen, this is my first Chicago pickling cucumber I've ever grown, and I didn't want him ruining it, so I got him out. So that takes care of that problem. Hopefully there's no more. I mean, I'm sure there are more, but hopefully they don't get in these cucumbers that are growing right now. There's 3 cucumbers currently growing, and there should be a lot more soon, so. Okay, so first thing that I want to do in order to plant more onions and everything else, carrots and lettuce and cabbage, is I just want to mix up some of my compost. This is my compost. There's bits and pieces of stuff in here. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think it matters that much. I'm going to mix that, my compost, with roughly equal parts of this potting soil that we have been using, just by itself. But I want to mix it up with my compost, giving it some organic material that will hopefully enhance it. And I'm also going to get some perlite or vermiculite. I have both. I can use either one, but probably perlite, I think, and add some more to that. Even though there is some already in the potting mix, I think there needs to be more in here. Probably not necessary, but well, I mean, I don't know, it's probably not necessary, but I think it's going to be beneficial to add some. Okay, I got some perlite. I'm going to add some perlite to this. I don't really know how much I'm adding. Just sort of eyeballing it. And I'll mix it up some more and see if I like the consistency. But I've never done this before, so I don't really know exactly how much it needs or whatever. Okay, I think that looks decent. I'll add a handful more. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wet this potting soil that I just created a bit, because it's just really dry right now. And I think my compost is probably not as wet as it should be, but this potting soil that I use is definitely not as wet as it should be. It's like super dry. Basically, I want these to be able to, I want to be able to clump it together before I put it into the cups where I'm going to be putting the seeds, because I want to be sure that it's going to be able to stick together. Okay, I don't know if this is good enough. I'm just sort of winging it, but okay, I'm going to put this into these cups. I'm going to kind of compact that down in there. Okay. Now I need to wash my hand off. I'm going to water these just a bit. Now I need to get seeds, onion seeds. And basically all I'm going to do, these are the Alyssa Craig onions, which I don't even, to be honest, not even sure how well they're going to do here. I just want to get them past where we've been getting them. We've been struggling with onions. So I'm not really going to have a science to this. I'm just gonna pour some seeds in here. They're really small. I'm not gonna try to put too many in here, but I mean, kind of just is what it is. Okay. Now, I'm going to just do like a 1/4 of an inch-ish of soil on top of these seeds. And I will kind of pack it down a little bit. And then I'll give that a watering. So I don't think I'm going to plant anything else today because I kind of just ran out of all of my the stuff that I just made. So I'm going to have to make more of this with the compost and the potting soil. I'll make more of it and I'll plant. Tomorrow I'll do carrots and cabbage and lettuce. That's the plan anyway. We'll see. We give these a watering. All right. And we will set these somewhere, and then hopefully in 3 or 4 days or more or something they will sprout, and then I'll have onions. These dragon tongue beans have actually grown. At first I wasn't sure if they were even growing, but it does appear that they are now. There's some aphids on this one, but I need to give this guy some support, so I'm basically just going to run some twine. There is something flying around me, and it's like louder than a gnat, and I don't know why it keeps flying around me, and I really need it to stop. It's really annoying me. I think it's like a yellow jacket, but why does he keep coming back? What is flying around me, dude? Why? It's so annoying. Okay, hopefully this can help this plant stay upright here. I don't really know why it's falling over so easily, but maybe that will help a little bit.